if the number of absences affect test scores. So for the first step, we're going to find the mean of each column and row. And in order to find the mean, we add the three numbers and then divide it by 3. So in this row, we're going to add 90, 86, and then 75, and we're going down. And then we're going to go across, and the mean will be 74, 89, and 88. So for the second step, we're going to find the total sum. And in order to find the total sum, we're going to add 86, 74, 61, 90, 87. That's going to be a total of 753. And we're going to divide it by how many numbers there are. So there's 9 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so the total of that would be 84. Now that we found the total, Sarahi is going to explain the MS between and the MS within.
So now we're going to find the MS within.
MS within is the estimate of the population variance.
And to do that, we're going to subtract every single number subtracted by the total. So first we're going to start by 90 minus 84 squared plus 86 minus 84 squared and 75 minus 84 squared. And we're going to plug in the number 3 in each column because we have 3 subjects. So for this one, it's going to be 108, 12, and 243. So now, after solving each equation, MS within is going to equal to 363. So now we're going to find out MS between.
MS between is used to calculate the total sum of squares. This is equal to the sum within and between mean square.
And we're going to do the same thing, but instead we're going to focus on this column. So it's going to be 74 minus 84 squared, 89 minus 84 squared, 88 minus 84 squared. So now that we have the formulas, we're going to plug in the number 3 on each one because there are 3 rows. So after plugging it in, we're going to get 300, 75, and 48. And as you add this, it's going to equal to 423. So now that we solved MS within 363 and MS between 423, we're going to move on to the total error. And the total error is equal to total sum minus MS between MS within. So we're going to plug in, and the total error is going to be 900 because it indicates on the problem. And MS between is 423 and MS within is 363, so we're just going to plug that in. And the total error is going to equal to 114. So now that we solved the total error, we're going to move on to find the F statistic.
The F statistic is the variance of the group means divided by the mean of within group variances.
And this is the equation for the F statistic. It's MS between over MS error. So now we're going to plug in, and SS between is going to be 423 over SS error is going to be 114. So now we're going to figure out the degrees of freedom. So the degrees of freedom between is the number of groups minus 1. So the number of groups is 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So the first degree of freedom is going to be 2. So we divide it by 2. And for the degree of freedom for error, it's going to be number of numbers minus categories. And so the number of numbers is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the number of categories is going to be 3 because we have 3 subjects. So it's the second degree of freedom is going to be 9 minus 3, which is 6. So now that we have both of our degrees of freedom, we're going to plug that in, which is 2, and divide it by 6. this is going to equal to 211.5 over 19, which is going to be 11.13. So our F statistic is going to be 11.13. So now that we have our 2 degrees of freedom, we're going to look into our F distribution chart.
This is the F distribution chart. So our first freedom is 2 and the second is 6. And we're going to meet in between and it would be 5.143. So in conclusion, we're going to reject the null because F is larger than the critical value. So number of absences does not affect test scores.